The Korean government is calling on smartphone makers and local telecom carriers to address the surging number of applications that come pre-installed on mobile devices. And in order to cut down on the clutter, the mobile industry will soon have to give users the freedom to choose which apps they want to delete. Our Polly reports.
Today's newest smartphones boast more features and functions than ever before, but they're often weighed down by dozens of preloaded applications, many of which can't even be deleted. These default apps are typically pre-installed on smartphones by hardware manufacturers, mobile carriers, and sponsored software developers. But the Korean government says enough is enough. The Ministry of Science, ICT and Future Planning recently announced new guidelines that take aim at the so-called digital bloatware, which they say takes up valuable space and hinders fair market competition. For example, the ministry found that a total of 80 default apps were installed on Samsung's Galaxy F smartphone released by SK Telecom. Under the new guidelines, companies such as Samsung and LG Electronics will be forced to cut more than half of their pre-installed apps. Officials say the move is the first of its kind among global communications regulators.
Users will have the option of whether to use pre-installed applications. In addition, we've laid out guidelines to ensure information is disclosed regarding these preloaded smartphone apps.
The measures, according to the ministry, are in response to the majority of people who are fed up with unwanted apps being forced upon them. In a survey of more than 1,000 smartphone users in Korea, 67% of respondents said they had tried to delete applications that came pre-installed on their mobile devices. In addition, more than half of those surveyed expressed complaints over the inability to delete these defaults. The regulatory guidelines will go into effect in April, but will only cover newly launched devices. The ministry added that it plans to continue talks with mobile industry leaders and also track the effectiveness of the new policies. Paul Yi, Arirang News.